In the previous session, we have discussed regarding joins, and also we have seen what are the different types of joins that are available as well. But in today's session, we'll be discussing indexes. What is meant by index, and what is the definition of index, how to create your indexes, and what are the different types of indexes available. Then we will discuss what are the advantages of indexes as well in today's session. Okay, these are little advanced topics. And have you guys heard about index initially? And what about you, Prashanti?
No.
Okay. Generally, if you open your textbooks and all, if you open your textbooks, you can able to see in the starting pages index.
Correct. Yes, yes.
Have you seen them?
Yeah. All the titles, serial with serial number.
In indexes, what you'll be having in your textbooks? You'll be having all the topics
Along with the
Topic,
along with the page numbers, right? Okay. And what is the useful of index? If you want to go to a particular topic, what you will be doing, you cannot able to traverse each page and identify the page number, right? So what you will do, based on the topic name, you will go to the index page, and based on based on the topic, you will be identifying the page number. Then through that page number, you will be going to that particular chapter. Am I right?
Yes.
So index, how it is helpful to you in order to
Find the
quickly identify the chapters or topics, right? Okay. Similar to that one, in tables also we'll be creating indexes. Okay, assume like you are having a table called table 1. In this particular table 1, assume like you are having billions of records. Now, if you want to identify a particular record in this particular table 1, generally how you will be doing? You will be traversing each and every record line by line, correct? In order to identify a particular record. Say like you are having some table 1. In this table you are having say like student number, student name and address. And you are having some billions of records in this particular table. Now, if you want to identify a record whose serial number is 1000 or 1,25,000 like this. So at the time what it will do, at the time what your system will do or SQL will do, it will go each and every record and verify whether that particular serial number is equivalent to 1,25,000 record or not. If it is there, then you are going to retrieve that particular record. This type of scanning is nothing but your index scan. I mean to say table scanning. So if you are going to do a table scanning, it is going to take huge amount of time, correct, in order to traverse each and every record in your particular table if you are having thousands or millions of records in your table. Okay, then table scanning is nothing but your traditional approach. So instead of spending lot of time in order to identify records in your table, SQL come up with a new approach called indexing. With the help of indexing, what they will do, they will create an index on top of your table. Okay, say like one serial number or student name or address, they will be creating an index. Index is nothing but an area where you will be storing the address of that particular record. You are getting? Since you are having each and every record here, for each and every record also you will be having some address. That particular address, it will be stored in an indexed area. So if you want to retrieve this particular record, what system will do? It will go to this particular index and identify where this particular record is available. So and corresponding to that record, you will be having address, right? Based on that address, it will go to that particular record and pick that particular entire record. That is the use of your index. So generally, index is nothing but an area which is used to store the address of the records. And this particular address, it will be in hexadecimal format. You are getting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And generally, while creating your table itself, you will be defining your indexes. Or else, after creating your table, you can define your indexes. You can define your indexes on top of that table. Okay. So based on this one, how index will be helpful?
To find the particular record quickly.
Yes, to find out the data quickly from your tables, right? This is the main advantage of your indexes. Assume like if you are not having any index, at that time what it is going to happen?
So if you want to find something, it goes from the beginning to where we need the record.
Yes, from beginning to end it is going to traverse. It is nothing but your table scan, right?
Yes.
Okay, if you are doing table scan, then it is bad for your performance. Am I right? So due to this one, you will be creating your indexes. Okay. In order to avoid these things, you will be creating your indexes. How to create an index generally? Create index, your index name. Create index name on, you will be specifying your table name, then in bracket on which column you want to specify your index, and that particular column either you can able to place in ascending order or descending order. This is how you will be creating your indexes. Whenever you create your indexes, internally how it will be stored? It will be stored all your data or your addresses, it will be stored internally in the form of binary tree. Do you know what is meant by binary tree?
Yeah, zeros and ones.
No.
Binary is 0 and 1, I
Yes,
guess.
yes. It is 0 and 1 only, but tree format, you know, right? You will be having, suppose you are having some 10 records. It will be storing like this 1, 2, 3. Then under this one, you can able to have 4 or 5, then 6, 7, like this you will be storing. So if you want to retrieve fifth record, how it will get traversed? It will go to 1, then 2, then 5, like this. Binary in the sense, it is not in the form of zeros and ones, but for each and every record you will be having two branches, left branch as well as right branch. For 2 as well, you will be having two branches. So if you want to retrieve 5, it will traverse from 1 to 5. And if you want to retrieve 6, 1, 3 and 6. This is nothing but your binary tree. It will be in the form of tree structure, and also for each and every node you will be having two childs. It is nothing but your binary tree. So all your records or the index, it will be stored in the form of your binary tree. And how you will be creating your indexes? Create index name on your table name, then you will be specifying your columns as well as your ascending or descending. This is how you will be creating your table. Any queries on this one?
No.
What about you, Raghav? Hello, Raghav.
Sorry, Krishna, it was in mute. No.
Okay. So, if you are not having indexes, what kind of scanning you are doing? Table scan. Then, if you are having index, then at the time what you are going to do? You will be verifying that particular record in your index. Then, in your index, you will be identifying that particular address, and based on that particular address, you will be retrieving all the records. Okay, that kind of scan is nothing but index scan, or you can able to say as index seek. You are getting? This is nothing but a technical term. Index seek or index scan, you will be telling that one. And shall we see an example how to create your indexes?
Yes.
Okay, see, like I am having a table. I'm having one table called index table. In this particular table, see, I am having only few records. I am having 5 records: ID, name, salary, as well as gender. Now, assume like I want to create an index in my salary column. How to create your index? Based on this particular syntax?
Create index.
Yeah, create index. Okay, and generally when you are going to create an index name, you will be starting with ix underscore. It will specify me like it is nothing but your index name. Okay, so generally how the index name you will be writing in the sense ix underscore. Okay, since because like many companies they will be using some standards, so for creating your indexes also they will be using some standards. What is that standard they will follow in the sense ix underscore, and they will be specifying what is the table name and what is the column name. This is nothing but a standard only, but it is not mandatory to follow the same approach. Whatever index name you want, you can able to create it. But generally in companies and all, they will be following some standards and policies. So in order to follow that one, like they will be using ix underscore, then followed by table name, followed by your column name. Okay, in our company also we'll be using the same thing. Okay. So in the similar way, we will create an index name. How to create an index name? ix underscore table employee, right? This is my table,
Underscore salary.
correct? On which table?
On table employee. Index table employee.
Then your column name. Then if you want to specify all your records inside your table in ascending or descending order, you can able to specify. Salary, I want to specify in ascending. This is how you can able to create your indexes. And shall we execute on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have created an index. Now, after creating an index, how to verify like what is the index it has been created on top of this particular table? Okay. Suppose if you create your tables and all, if you want to identify like what are the tables that has been created inside your database and all, at the time what you will be using? sp underscore help db. During my initial session, I would have discussed what is meant by sp underscore help db, right? To identify what are the tables that has been created as part of your database, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in a similar way, in order to identify how many indexes or what kind of indexes that has been created on top of table, you can able to identify using a standard stored procedure like sp underscore help index followed by your index name. No, not index name followed by your table name. So for this particular table, what are the indexes that has been created? You can be able to identify with the help of your help index. Okay, see here, sp underscore help index. What is your table name? Index underscore tbl employee, right? sp underscore help index followed by your table name. Execute this and see. See what are the what is the index that we have been created? We have created an index underscore ix underscore table employee underscore salary. Okay, see here index name that has been created. Okay, it is nothing but your non-clustered index. I'll be explaining you what is the difference between clustered index, non-clustered index right now only. Okay, but see here initially how you can able to see what kind of index that has been created. And also I have defined my primary key as well on top of my id column, and that's the reason why I can able to see primary key is also a kind of index only. This is nothing but your clustered index.